All right, guys. Another subject I wanted to go over leading up to the Ninja Ball tournament and other tournaments you may be going to is pre-tournament prep. Besides your practices and other stuff, before you head to an event, there's some stuff you're going to want to do, like wash your gear, pack your gear bag, make sure you have your team supplies. So I kind of want to go over what some of those things were and how like I go through and pack my stuff up so that I can get a good night's sleep, not having to stress about to make sure that I have everything and all that. So quickly, I made you a big old list of like personal stuff, team stuff. For myself, the personal stuff, we got our gun loader tank, right? So that's one setup I'm gonna grab. Made a note down here, we got your barrel bag also, right? Like, you gotta have those things. You're gonna wanna make sure you go through and clean and lube. Clean all that stuff, lube everything, put fresh batteries in it. Some people are super cheap and think, oh, I just changed the battery last week. Like, no, it's a tournament. You're gonna go spend, like, if you go to a national event, maybe not thousands of dollars, but lots of money. You're gonna go travel, do all this stuff. Change your batteries. It's like $3 for a battery. You might spend $5, $6 on batteries. Trust me, you do not want your batteries to die on you. Change the batteries, okay? In both your gun and your loader, okay? Let's make sure you clean it, lube it, put fresh batteries in it. Do that to your gun, right? Everything. Get it packed up nicely. And what I'll do as I do this process too, and go through my stuff, is I'll take my whole gun setup, I'll clean everything, and I'll set it to the side, maybe in my living room, wherever I'm packing up at, I'll set it to the side. So I go, oh, this stuff's done, so it's not done, right? I'll wash my other equipment, so like my mask, even my mask, I'll take my mask apart, take the lens out, run it under the sink. I don't like to have that nasty sweat that's built up in there. And get it nice and clean the strap, wipe the actual lens off. I'll let that sit out to dry, kind of put it over with my other stuff that's done. I always wear a beanie, so I'll get my beanie, arm pads, jersey, gloves, right? So I'm kind of just working from I'll have the gun, and then I work from the top down, and then from the bottom back up as I pack my bag. So you got your beanie, mask. You're gonna end up having you gotta put your arm pads on. You put your jersey on. If you wear gloves, you have gloves. I don't wear gloves, but if you have them, don't forget them. You're gonna have to put on your knee pads, sliders, shorts, pants. Don't forget socks, your cleats. After you put all that stuff on, which you don't have to put it on, like I said, it's just a matter of that's the way I go through it in my head. Is I work from top to bottom and then back up. You put your pod pack on, so make sure you have your pod pack. Ninja Ball doesn't require it, but a lot of leagues require that you have an ID card. So if you've already purchased that at a past event, make sure you grab that ID card. And I usually put it in the top pouch of my bag, or else I'll take it on the belt loop of my pants. I'll take my lanyard and pull the lanyard through. So I got a little loop and put my ID card through there so I can pull it tight. So the ID card is sitting in my pocket on my pants that I wear all the time. So little tip there for the ID card. For myself, there's some other items that I need, like that I don't know if needs the correct word, but I like to have them, right? Like, so you guys have probably all seen me drink my tea drink. Like, I'll always have my tea drink. Like, if we go to a national event, I'm gonna find out where it's at, and I'm gonna go get it, because that's something that I like to have. It helps. I feel like for me personally, like, it just kind of gets me in my good place, right? So I make sure I buy plenty of tea drink for myself. I'll make sure we have water. I'll usually do it at a team level, so we'll buy cases of water, but I'm gonna make sure we got water. At the multiple day events, I'll actually buy a couple things of Pedialyte just so we have that, because you want to stay hydrated while you're playing, and that'll help you do that. I bring apples as a quick snack. Mason always goes with a sneak burrito, but we'll usually stop at those events and either I'll grab a Panera Bread sandwich or Chipotle. I'll get it the night before. We usually get Chipotle for dinner, and I'll get a second one, put it in the fridge at night, and then put that in my bag, and I'll bring it with me and kind of like snack on that throughout the day. But you definitely want to make sure you have food, the things that hydrate you and the things that fuel you, right? And like whatever that is for you, I don't know, everyone's a little bit different, but granola bars are usually a good idea. Fruit snacks, kind of things good. I'd avoid super high sugar stuff, but whatever it is that's going to get you through the day so that you don't crash, right? I'll make sure my bag has batteries just so that I have extras just in case there's a problem. I put money on here just because, like, some teams will just have one person go and pay for everything, and then like they'll send them, the teammates will reimburse the person later. But it is a good idea just to bring usually cash. You can just pay the person right away. And paintball just always better to be paid off, right? Be done. I like to have extra barrel bags. So in my bag, I have like 3 or 4 extra ones, just so that if I ever lose mine or have a problem, I can quickly go snag it. Because when you're at an event, if there's no barrel bag, you got a major problem, right? Like, you don't want the little things like batteries and barrel bags and swabs to become a major problem, right? If you do have, let's say the paint at the event is really brittle or your gun can't handle it, why would you only want one swab and no rags or no microfibers, right? Like, you want to think about those things to make sure that you got those extra, extra swabs. I mean, I put on here 3 because I literally carry 2 on myself just at practicing, right? If I'm playing at an event, I might have 3 or 4. Like, I put 2 in one pouch here. Like, you just want to make sure you have plenty of stuff so that if it does come down to it, you set yourself up so that you can succeed, right? So carry plenty of swabs. So that's kind of my personal stuff that I'll pack up. Like I said, I'll go through it as I do this, and I'll actually wash all my stuff before I pack the bag up, pull it all out, lay it out like that so you can kind of see it's all there. And then I'll grab my cleats, put my cleats in my bag at the very bottom. This is the last thing I'm going to put on, or one of the later things I'm going to put on anyway. I'm going to grab my socks, set maybe a couple pairs there if we're going for a couple days. Grab my pants, that's the outside part that I would take off next, fold my pants up, set them in my bag. Knee pads, slider shorts, put my jersey in there, my arm pads, my beanie, my mask I put up to the front, but I'll put that in there with microfibers, right? Like I'll grab a bundle of microfibers, like, they're all over the place, a doodle bug, but I'll grab a bundle of microfibers, put them in my bag, right? My bag's been kind of torn apart in the back of this airball check-in, and I'll tell you, this is back there, there's about 5-6 micros in there right now that are clean and ready, right? Because it's an item that it greatly enhances your day, so make sure you have it. And then I'll take my gun, put my gun in my bag, right? So I got all that stuff. I also do encourage you guys, like for guns, loaders, tanks, I know this probably sounds a little self-serving, but throughout the year, especially playing national event, I always had to have 2 guns. Like right now, I've got my 1, because I'm not really playing a tremendous amount nationally, but if I was playing the full season of NXL, I'd have 2 guns. 2 of the same setups, 2 gun, 2 tank, 2 hopper, right? Like, so no matter what, and one of them you may not use a whole lot, right? And I try not to even loan my other one out. But I've got it so that if one of my gun breaks, for whatever reason, which I do take pretty good care of my stuff, but if it breaks, I've got that backup. I know it's a little bit more of an investment, but the last thing, again, you want to do is be stumbling throughout the day because you're not prepared for it, right? Or something does, you do prepare, do everything right, and Murphy comes in and bam, your hopper feed neck breaks off or something crazy, who knows? Like your burst disc blows. That happened last NXL, my burst disc popped in a game, right? Like, so you're not going to be able to stop in the middle of all this and go grab a new one and fix it. Just have another setup so you're not stressing out about it and you can focus on winning the tournament, right? So anyway, that's the personal stuff. As far as team stuff goes, and when team stuff, if you guys don't do this as a team, I suggest that you do. But these are things that you're also going to want to keep on mind for the personal level too, right? It's a little bit more, better to be prepared. So we got pods, so you want to make sure you have pods, obviously. I suggest pod swabs or at a minimum rags so that you guys can clean the pods out if you do break paint in them. Again, microfibers, waters. I put that here just because, if you're coming to Ninja Ball this weekend, I think a case of water is like $3-4, right? Like, not everyone needs to buy the whole team a case of water, but if you're stopping, grab a case of water, throw it in your car. It's good to have anyway throughout the week for yourself, right? Like, so, bring a case or 2 of water so that your team has it. Because, same thing. I like to think that I like to be prepared. Most people do. Some people are not prepared at all. They could be your teammate and be the greatest guy in the world, but they can't remember water, and they can't remember batteries or whatever else. Don't be mad. Just know that you're probably going to have to buy water for everyone because there's some chumps out there. So buy water, right? Battery, same thing. Rag, same thing. Team cooler, right? I got 2 things on here, team cooler and a heater. You don't have to bring those to every event. Like now, what are we? It's like in July now, so it's nice and warm. But, the team cooler, you get one of those big, the big white igloo coolers. You can put 2, 3, 4 cases of paint in there. And we'll go over some stuff with paint storage. But ultimately, that allows you to kind of protect the paintballs that you bring. I don't need you to put ice and water and all your beverages in there. If you want to do that, great. But the cooler that I'm getting, I'm going to be putting my paint in there to help insulate that from the environment, right? Some of these places that we go to, and even here in Washington, it can get hot, right? You get your paint at, 7:30, 8 in the morning. The paint may be a little bit brittle, and by the end of the day, the paint's bouncing off people because they're leaving it out in the sun, they're opening the bags, they're doing all this stuff where they're exposing it to the elements, and the paintball's becoming basically more rubbery, so it's more likely to bounce off the target. So if you want to maintain that brittleness throughout the day with your paint, get a cooler, get some place that you can store your paint that's going to insulate it from the environment and kind of keep it at that nice cool temperature, right? For a heater, if you're playing, the first couple events of the year in February where it's raining and nasty and that kind of stuff, I always just go buy, they sell them, you can get, I think, 2 of the 16-ounce green propane tanks that you'd use on like a camping stove. You can get those for I think it's $7, $8 for 2 of them. Let's just say $10 for 2 of those. You can go buy one of those single burner, it's made for you to boil water and whatnot. Screws right on the top. The thing's I think $20, right? You buy that one time. Now you bring that, and I've done it numerous times at events where you can take and put that thing together. You just light it off in the morning, put it on a low setting, and that thing will burn for like 5 hours, 6 hours, right? So you've got like $5 for a place that when you go get all wet, you can come out, and those things will produce some heat and help keep you warm. Trust me, if you get that and you bring it, keep it in your bag, you will be a happy man on a day that is freezing cold, right? And that same thing, it gives you the ability to kind of help start controlling your environment and making sure you're in a good place to go win an event. So don't have to bring the heater every time, but it is a good idea. Doodlebug, we usually are going to have tables and canopies, but some events you go to, it's not a bad idea to bring your own 10 by 10 pop-up, maybe a couple of those things, folding table, whatnot, so that you're prepared, right? So anyway, this is all the stuff that I would suggest that you guys make sure that you have. Making sure that you do have this stuff and getting a systematic way of kind of preparing it and then putting it into your bag, getting everything ready. That's going to help you if you're just starting in tournaments and you're nervous about the event and worried about this and that. This will help eliminate a little bit of that worry so you can get a better night's sleep. Because if you know that you've got everything done, your gun's perfect, you got a backup gun, it's set up, it's ready, all your gear's in there and ready, right? The last thing you want to do is be laying in bed and go, oh, dang it, I forgot to get pods, right? Oh, dang it, I forgot to get swabs. So just make sure that you go kind of through the system. And I'd suggest doing it earlier in the week, usually a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you need to, you can get to the pro shop, you can get the stuff, right? Or if you're going to a national event, you know what you need, and I would write it down, right? I need to get micros, I need to get this, that. Whatever it is, you know when you get to the event what you're missing. So now you're not stressing about it. You're thinking, okay, kind of got a plan to go take care of this. So anyway, that's the stuff. That's how I prepare my stuff. Top to bottom, bottom to top, put in my bag, make sure I'm good. Got all this stuff. Hope it helped you guys. See you guys at the event.